Losi DBXL Front Diff Removal. Searched online, could not find a video. I thought I'd make one because it might help somebody else. That plate has to come off, as you see, already removed. The 5 bolts. These two corners here, they have a little spacer under it, under them, this one and this one. So make sure when you remove the plate that you keep track of that spacer that go in there. Doesn't necessarily have to come up if you can line up that hole with the bolt. Just thought I made it easy and just take the plate off. It's only 5 bolts. So these 2 bolts right here for the shocks have to come out on both sides. So does this little bolt right here. Let me show you on this side. That goes to the sway bar. That's one there and one here. Now this front nose clip or cushion, whatever you want to call it, also have to come out, and it has actually you can flip it up, you don't have to take it out. It has a bolt right here, and then it's got a bolt right on this side. You take them out and it flips right up. I'll show you since I already got it loose. That's all you need. Chucks out and out of the way, and there is the front diff. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 more bolts to get out. I already took them out with the sway bar, so it come right out. Sway bar bracket comes out. There is the differential. Now this boot right here, one on each side, there's the other one. You have to slide them back because they're gripped right tight in here to keep the dirt out. So you gotta slide them back. That's where the dog bone goes. Not much, as long as you slide them back on both sides. Once you start sliding the differential out, they will come out. Just make sure you slide the book back in when you go back to put it up. Let me remove all the stuff and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I got the boot off. As you can see, I got both of them out. And that's all you gotta do, just slide them back. You really don't have to slide it that far back, but it is what it is. Now the top plate is also out. As you can see, this is what I'm trying to get to, because on my dog bone, the little pin that secures it, for some reason keeps coming out. Now I went ahead and added some tape to it in hopes to keep it in, but as you can see, it shot right out like a bullet. And that's mostly because I didn't put the right one on there. I was just trying to put something to hold me up. So now I gotta do it right again. And I gotta slide the transmission, the differential forward, so that way it can come loose from that dog bone. I'm gonna try to do it all in one motion to see if you guys can see it. Like I said, it's not that complicated. Once all the bolts are loose, you just pull it back. Let me see if I can do it with one hand. There it is. There it is. Alright, I gotta use my both hands, but you see the dog bone already fell off. Pin, it's not in there. It's supposed to be, but it's not in there. So now I can just grab this dog bone right here and pull it right out. Look at that. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Let me get to this. Alright, so back to this. I went ahead and put the right pin in there, and I added more tape. Now the one that is in there is the correct pin. That's the paint in there. So now I gotta go back, put it in, and reach the shaft, the dog bone, all the way to the cup in there. It's not that hard to do, but I can do it with my hands and also record. On the side note, before you start pushing this front diff back, make sure your dog bone is lined up on both sides. And I'm only doing this with the dog bone to avoid taking this apart. So I'm leaving the dog bones in there just to avoid it. So just make sure it's lined up. And then you can slide it back. You just gotta make sure that you hold the back part right into the cup. Alright, so I got mine pushed all the way back, as you can see. Now one way to tell is this little guide right in here. See, you just gotta make sure that it's pushed all the way back on both sides. And your dog bone is in place. Then once that's done, reverse the process. Make sure everything goes back in place. Alright, so follow up my process. I already got my sway bar locked in place on both sides. Got my top plate on. Remember, there's spacers that go in between these two right here, okay? This one and this one. Make sure that they're in there. Dog bone already lined up. So now I'm just doing the finishing touches and trying to put everything together. Still missing the two. One on this side, one on this side, the nut here, and then the nut here. And we call it a day. Well, now just put in the finishing touches. That's it. Boots on. My boot is on. Bolt. All the bolt down here. Don't forget, guys. I just like to be thorough, make sure none of my stuff is loose, because once you ride in, the last thing you want is for one of these or even these little pins right here to come loose, and you lose one in the middle of the road. You won't be able to find it. Tight, tight. Good to go. Tires didn't need to come out. Shock tower either. Hope that helped you. Take care.